Yo, what is up, fam? Guys, I slept in. I slept like 12 hours. But the good part is I ended up getting 29 videos out yesterday, which is good. However, there's only there's like 9 hours left in the day, so I gotta hurry up and make a bunch of videos. Guys, drinking a 159-year-old wine, poison or perfection. Let's check it out.
I'm Master of Wine, and today I'm going to taste a very special wine. A wine that was made before the car and the telephone were even
Wait,
invented.
what?
This is a bottle
We're making bottles of wine before cars and telephones, guys. Look at it. It looks like it was. It looks like it was made very well in a factory, guys. Like, look,
of
looks
1863
great.
Burmester port wine,
Looks almost new, bro.
and it's a
What do you mean, 159 years old? Holy smokes!
pretty good condition considering that it's 159 years old. For you guys, I'm
Dang, bro, we're 23 years into the year 2000. 23 years.
going to open this bottle and taste it. Is it going to be delicious or is it going to be poison? We are going to find out. I hope you guys are ready for this because I'm not really sure whether I am, but let's go. Let's start with the most obvious question. How did I get this bottle of wine? And the honest answer is I'm not really sure. People give me wine all the time, and oftentimes I also get old bottles of wine. Most of them are more for decorative purpose.
Oh god, I haven't even had water all day. I'm sorry, guys. Oh gosh, that water is so good.
Because they are not good anymore, but every now and then there's a nice bottle of wine mixed in between. The other day I looked through some of those bottles and I found this one. It says 1863 in bright red letters on the label, but I thought that was the year the winery was founded. I also read that the wine was aged in barrels and that it was bottled in 1932 and then again bottled in 1942 for some reason, but I did not really know what all that meant. I therefore contacted my friend Dimitri, a master of wine and a port expert, and sent him some.
Wait, what? It says 1863 on it, guys. What do you mean 1942, bro? We're not even like 100 years from 1942. What?
Pictures, and he reached out to the
It says 1863 on it, guys. Come on now.
producer. But Burmester does not have any records of their wines reaching this far back. However, my contacts confirmed that this wine is in fact a wine from the 1863 vintage that was aged in oak vessels until 1932, when it was bottled into large glass balloons, so-called demijohns, and kept there for 10 years. In 1942, it was bottled into this bottle. Think about
Wow, 10-year aged wine, guys. Do they even make that nowadays, guys? 10 years. It's a 10-year investment. That's like a large portion of anybody's life, man. Let's keep watching.
what this wine must have lived through. 1863 was the year Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation to free the slaves, the year the English Football Association was established, and the year Rockefeller started his oil business that eventually made him the richest man in the world. On top of that,
Snap, bro. I think they still have their. Never mind.
it was an extraordinary vintage for port. Most
I got a headache right now.
vintage charts don't go back until 1863, but I found some tasting notes rating this wine 100 points. And Taylor's, another famous port wine house, made a special bottling of their 1863 vintage and sold it for several $1,000s a bottle. They are saying about the vintage that the harvest of 1863 was one of the finest of the 19th century and the last great port vintage before phylloxera spread throughout the Douro Valley. Yes, this is
$1,000. Okay. I could make a year. I can invest 10 years for $1,000, guys. Any day.
another interesting part of the story because phylloxera, the insect that destroyed most vineyards in Europe in the late 19th, early 20th century, was first discovered in 1863 in the south of
One insect did a rampage on somebody's business, guys. That is a terrible feeling.
France. After seeing their vineyards going down the drain, winemakers realized that they could combat phylloxera by grafting their own vines onto American rootstocks, which are resistant to the louse. However, since then, almost all vineyards in Europe are planted on American rootstocks, and there are some that are saying that the old, not grafted vines were producing better.
Guys, do you think you got AI to write a script? I'm sorry, but you know he's reading from a script here. Most YouTubers that make videos do, but
quality.
I've been considering getting AI to write scripts for me is what I'm saying. I might switch up from reactions, but I'm not quitting reactions until at least the end of the year, guys. We'll assess how we are doing with the reactions at the end of the year. We might have to change it up. Or here's what I'm gonna do, guys. I'm gonna keep doing my reactions. However, I might start another channel just so I can, like, have my own original content on it. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think.
So as this wine is definitely from a vintage before the vines had to be ripped out in Portugal, this is from 100% Vitis vinifera vines and from a great vintage on top of that. The vintage is one of the most important factors when it comes to the age-worthiness of a wine. If you want a wine to age for centuries though, it has to be from a great producer, from a great vintage.
Centuries, guys. What? What? Nah, that's gonna be worth so much. Centuries old wine. Matter of fact, just put this bottle away for another 1,000 years. Then it'll be worth a ton.
And it should be a sweet wine because those wines tend to age longer. This wine checks all of the boxes, and on top of that, it's made in a way that should make it even more age-worthy. This wine today would be considered a Colheita. Colheita by law are tawny ports.
I know this is a wine channel. It has to be. Nah, he knows too much about wine. Literally has wine in his channel name. My suspicions have been confirmed.
That are made with grapes from one vintage, and they should be aged for at least 7 years in cask. But remember, this was aged for 69 years in cask. I have here the current release from Burmester, the same winery as this one. This is the 2011 Colheita.
Bro is yapping mega, bro. He's, oh my gosh, bro. This is like you could cite this as a resource in your paper or something, guys, with how well he knows his wine.
That I'm going to taste a little bit as an appetizer to get to know the style of the house a little bit more. The winery was established in 1750. Johann Wilhelm Burmester took over the winery in 1834 and named it J.W. Burmester, and today it's just called Burmester. The wine has a dark tawny color. It gets brown towards the rim, but the core is really red. It smells of plums, figs, oranges, roasted
So does the alcohol make it timeless or something, guys?
nuts, and a little bit of smoke. On the palate, this wine is really rich and concentrated with lots of body and lots of power. And this is a fortified sweet wine, which means that during fermentation, alcohol was added to stop the fermentation. You therefore have a wine with 20% of alcohol and quite a lot of sweetness. Is this the best Colheita I've tried? No, definitely not. I
don't even know why I clicked this video, guys. I don't even drink wine. I actually find wine to be very bad tasting. Like bitter and sour. Nauseating kind of taste.
This is pretty good, but it's not outstanding. I would rate this 89 points. Great.
Guys, do you like wine? Let me know in the comments below.
Great effort. Maybe.
Guys, it's been a common trend to include history lessons on your video essays.
Even a little bit too young, but I'm hoping that the other one is better than that. Okay, now I'm ready for the big kahuna, the head honcho, the top dog of the tasting, the 1863. But it would be a bit boring just to pull the cork with one of those here. On top of that, it would probably not work because corks in really old bottles of wine deteriorate and they just fall apart as soon as you try to pull them out. So the best but also most dangerous option is this instrument of torture, port tongs. The twist is though that I've never used them before, and you might ask yourself now, is it really sensible to use port tongs for the first time on one of the oldest bottles in the world? The simple answer is no, but let's do it.
Wait, what? There's flames involved? Did not expect that.
So the
So
first
you're just
step
gonna
is
pull it
you
out with
heat
that.
the port tongs up. So the second step is that you put those tongs on the neck
I hope he doesn't screw this one up, guys.
of the bottle.
He said it's the most dangerous way to open it.
You should have it below where the cork ends, but in this case I don't think it's going to work because the bottle is just shaped funny. So you want to make sure that the bottle gets really hot around the rim. And now you just need some
No safety glasses, guys? What? Is it gonna like fling off or something? Like wine usually is characterized as doing.
ice water and a brush. So the quick change in temperature should cause this bottle to break now. Let's see.
Break? He's
Now
gonna break
you
it.
Just gently take it off. Okay, this only kind of worked because of the funny shape of the neck of the bottle or the funny shape of my port tongs. I couldn't actually go below the cork, and now I still have a piece of cork lying on top of my beautiful port wine.
There's got to be a better way to open it, guys. He broke the glass. Is it unpull? I guess he just can't pull it off somehow.
To get rid of that, and then hopefully I can enjoy it. So very, very careful. Focus. Focus. Damn! This was more difficult than I thought it would be, but I think we are fine. There's just one big chunk of cork floating
Gross. Guys, that bottle did not want to be opened. He should have left it in there, man.
in that bottle. So let's
But then he wouldn't have content, you know?
start tasting. If I don't survive this,
Like, I would have not watched this video if he didn't, like, have a sip of it.
tell my wife and my kids that I love them, but this doesn't smell too bad. But first of all, check out this
Gross,
color.
bro.
It looks a little bit like a brandy, really.
Looks like, no, don't mention alcohol-related stuff. Guys, it looks like apple juice. Disgusting apple, like, expired apple juice.
It's dark brown with a little bit of red, but just a tiny, tiny bit. Boah, what the... Okay, this is 159 years old and it smells amazing. It's just beautiful. There are notes of raisins coming out of the glass, notes of
Aged like wine, like a fine wine. I just wanted to say that saying, guys. Apparently it's better, guys.
figs, dried fruits,
There's no way to like commercially produce this stuff, but hey, it is what it is.
roasted nuts. It's just beautiful, very complex. There are multi layers to this, and I'm just stunned. Man, I could sit all day here just smelling this wine. The thing is, the wine was aged for a long time in barrel, and barrel aging for
It's older than any human, man. Like, guys, if I made this, it'd be done by the time I'm passed away, most likely, unless there's life expectancy goes up somehow.
a great wine makes the wine almost indestructible, but I thought after 159 years this would kind of get weaker and won't be as intense and complex, but not at all. If you age a wine for a long time in barrel, you also lose a little bit of water, so the wine gets more concentrated. Water evaporates through the barrel staves, and this makes the wine even more rich and concentrated. But now let's taste it. I have to be careful that I don't start tearing up here, because this is just beautiful. It's an amazing, amazing wine.
Bro is like subtly convincing me to try it, but how am I gonna get my hands on it? Now everybody wants to try it, guys. $1,000 only?
On the palate, it's actually less sweet than the 2011, and it has so much power and concentration, length. It stays on your palate for a long time. I think it will stay there for another minute or two, and it's just...
And be worried about drinking glass, though,
This is
man.
one of those wines that make me wonder what we actually did over the course of the last 159
You probably could have made a video advertising and selling it, but nope.
years, because you can't
Like, you could have sold it for 100K.
make wine better than this. They really had it figured out back then already. If there was ever a wine that deserved 100 points, then it's this one. This is just beautiful, a perfect wine. And
Perfect 10 out of 10, guys.
my God. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe to make sure that this video is shared with more people to get them to take part in this amazing experience. My question of the day is, what is the oldest wine you have ever tasted? Please comment down below. I'm definitely going to share this wine with lots of people. Whatever you guys do, stay thirsty, because I'm so going to stay thirsty.
Now, guys, hold on. Replies to the most frequently answered questions. Yes, I shared the wine with friends and family. Did not drink the bottle alone in the cellar while filming this video. As a wine king, did not decant it because I wanted to see how my friend reacts to the oxygen while I'm still tasting it. The bottle likely came from a family member. I own a Assos and Durant. He owns a wine company, I guess. Well, guys, I'll let you read the comments. I got a lot of videos to make. Like, comment, subscribe, check out the original video in the description. See you guys next one. Peace out.